Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. Welcome to my first ever episode as well, in which we're going to be playing Minecraft 1.18.2, which is literally ridiculous because the new update's coming in 2 days, but I am impatient and I really want to get started with this. And besides, we can update it whenever we want to, so it doesn't really matter. Anyway, we are going to be getting straight into a brand new world, and by brand new world I'm going to set this up on screen right now. So we'll go into single player and then let's go into create new world, and let's change the name here. There we go. So we'll switch this over to, we'll keep it on normal, we'll not allow cheats, everything else seems right. Let's go into more world options, and into the seed generator we're going to type in Middle Earth. There we go. And this is basically just going to be my Middle Earth world. Now, I'm not going to be able to do what they've done on other servers where, I don't know if you've seen it, but have you seen that one where it's huge? They've created the entire landscape. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to do that. Instead, what we're going to do is create our version of it. And yeah, we'll explore, we'll create, we'll build. It will all be inspired by the works of Tolkien. So there's nothing left for it. We might as well jump straight into this. And here we are, a brand new world. We are literally in the middle of a forest. Great. And then we've got some little turtles down there. This is me, by the way. Hi, hello. And we are going to be beginning our adventure, I think, the normal way of doing... Oh, where am I? What am I doing? We are going to be starting our adventure the normal way around here, which is creating ourselves a little hobbit hole. And I think the first thing that I actually want to do is to explore a little. We'll just have a quick scout around, see what's about this place. We'll probably have to get myself a little bed because, yeah, I am not going to be surviving the night. And I can see some sugarcane down there as well. Woo. So let's get on with this. We'll start off by collecting some wood. And since we've landed on this tree to begin with, I might as well start from the top down. Okay, just gonna craft myself up some basic stuff here. We'll start off with actually a crafting table. Let's pop that down there. And then we'll make ourselves some sticks. There we go. And then I think we'll start ourselves off, obviously, with a little pickaxe. And then I also tend to go in with just a normal axe as well. I don't really do the spade or anything like that. We'll just start off with these basic tools first when we can find some stone and get into it. Okay, let's go exploring. Okay, okay, I'm just going to take some of these chickens. Everyone look away for a brief minute. This chicken will be fine. It's just going to disappear. Nope. There we go. Come here. There we go. Oh, and a sheep. Okay, I need the sheep to get some more. Okay, let's just scout around again and see if we can find some more sheep. Oh, actually, I want to get some of that sugarcane. There we go. Okay, sugarcane collected. What else is there? Probably going to have to start trying to find somewhere to actually settle down as well. Now, here's the deal. I kind of want a village in which to settle down in. Sort of, at least. I kind of want the first place that I settle down in to be already sort of created. Then I can kind of work around from there. I know it seems a little bit like a sort of cop-out, but listen, it's perfectly viable. That's how it is. And I think it would just be easier for me to already start with, you know, sort of like a preset amount of villagers that I can kind of trade with. Just kind of makes the experience roll a little bit faster. Like, I don't mind the startup for the beginning of the game. I don't mind having to go through the whole process of collecting new things and, you know, building up my arsenal from there. But it's just easier with a village. And I think we'll... Ooh, there's some dogs. Ooh, no. We're going. God, this forest goes on forever. Right, okay, where are we? What's going on? Where's the sheep? Show me the sheep. Bring them to me. Is that a sheep? No, that's a tree. Right, we'll move on. Is that a cow? Okay, there's a cow. Where are the where are the sheep? He's not talking. They almost always end up around the place where you start. That's the whole point of this, is that, you know, you're supposed to first jump into this world, then see a village and be like, oh, what else can I do in this game? I always have the worst luck. Oh, there's a beach over there. That's nice. Right. Let's keep going this direction. A bee's nest. I think you need Soul Touch to actually get those, so yeah, we're not going to be doing that anytime soon. I want to be angering bees. I do this at the worst times. Save the bees. Ooh, some more sheep. Right, okay, I can get some more wool. There's some more wool. And can I dye it if I get some pink? And then that way then I've got enough to make a bed, because you can't use, unfortunately, you cannot use the different colours wool and all the rest of it. It just all has to be the same. Oh, damn it, you can't do grey into lighter. It only has to be white. But that was ridiculous. Now I basically just need another white sheep, so that was pointless. Okay, let's find another white sheep. Come on. It's going to start getting dark soon, and then I'm going to be on my own in this terrible world. Right, okay, let's... Is there any stone in and around this area? There we go. Okay, we'll start off by making ourselves a furnace, and then I think we'll get a furnace, and then we will make ourselves something to eat, because I'm starting to get quite hungry. And then I think we can craft up some tools, which are basically not these wooden ones. So we'll go with another pickaxe, and then we'll go with an actual axe. There we go. Right, and then that should see us to if we find ourselves a little village, wherever that might be. Yeah, it's starting to get dark out there now. Ooh. Am I going to end up having to, like, hide myself in this little dugout bit that I've created until I can get somewhere? What's over there? Is that a village over there? No, that's the Sahara. Sahara? Yeah, Sahara. I don't know names. Okay, let's move back over, and we'll just sort of hide ourselves in here a little bit, and I will see you guys in the morning. Okay, I was brave. I went out, I got myself a bed, I've used up all my wood. What am I doing? Why? Why am I doing this? Okay, right, I have myself my little axe, but oh no. Okay, it's dangerous. Oh, how do I get out? I can't see it. Oh, there we go. I was just digging around. Right, okay. And run. Run. Because we're still in the forest and there could be anything anywhere. There's an Enderman. No, right, we're good. We're good. Okay, that's the first night. I can't deal with it. Okay, at least not until we've got some sort of armor, some sort of protection. Come on. This is episode 0. Oh, I saw that. Where are you? Nope, we're just gonna go. Run. I think I want to go and explore. Nope. Alright, I think I want to go and explore the Sahara a little bit and just see. Is it Sahara? I keep saying that and I don't know if it is. Oh god. Yeah, we're gonna go and explore it. Let's just go and see what it's all about. If anything, I could do with the... I thought that was darker wood then. Didn't it look darker? No, maybe it's just me. Okay, I want to go and maybe collect some acacia wood. I just want to go and see what's going on around that area. Let's go and have a look. It'd be nice to get out of this forest. Okay, right, cool. So you can see that's the forest where we spawned in from. And then we've got the acacia. That's a ravine. Ooh, let me just have a look. Although, ooh, there's some iron. And some copper. Okay, that's quite a good spot. That'll definitely be the place where we can begin. I'm just going to try and get down here without falling into said ravine. Let me have a look. Oh yeah, there's some coal, there's some lava, there's some water. This is quite good. This will be really good for the... This will be really good for the actual early game sort of resource collecting, because you can see it on the surface rather than me having to dig for absolutely ages just to get anywhere. Does this mean I'm going to end up in a savannah to begin with? No, we can use the forest over in that side to create what we want to begin with. It's not that I don't like it, it's just like the colour of the grass is gross. The colour of the leaves always look a little bit like they're dying in a way. It just doesn't, it's not the most vibrant. It's not my aesthetic, as you can see. I am colourful. So we'll definitely build stuff here in the future. But I think for now, it's just nice to know that there's a little place where I can sort of do some early resource gathering, I suppose. And there's also some cows around here as well, so I know that this is a good place to get some other things. Okay, we're not going to jump down there just yet because I am not ready just yet. Oh, yeah, there we go. Right, okay, we've got ourselves a village. Let's jump in and see just how big, see what there is. Let me just eat first. Wow, so this village... Yeah, so this village... Oh, okay, it's just started with the... Yeah, that's strange. So this must have just generated in now because that's just trampled all of the crops. Okay, I understand. So now we've got another... Oh, God. Another ravine. This is not the best place to be hanging around. Let's have a look and see what there is. Just gonna steal some wheat or borrow. I mean, you never know. We might put it back later. Oh, this was my furnace. That's what I'm doing then. Whoopsie. Okay, it's a very small village. It's small, it's boring. There really isn't much going on for you. Yeah, did I just... Oh, okay. More bread. Wonderful. And a compass that I'll probably never use. So, why not? Yeah. I don't even think there's any villagers. There's him. And then... I am literally not seeing any others. Oh, this is probably an absolute rubbish spot. Wow, this is... Yeah. This is cool, but it's messed everything up village-wise. I think we need to keep searching, because something tells me this is not the best place. These guys are just going to die in literally seconds. Yeah. No. I have come to the end of this little area. I've just been gathering up a little bit of the actual saplings, and yeah, I'm thinking we're going to have to sail the 7 seas if we want to get to where we want to get to. So let's have a quick look. Let's make ourselves a boat. There we go. Hey. Come on. Fine, whatever. I'll do it myself. Right, there we go. Right, we'll make ourselves a little boat, and then let's go on a little exploration, shall we? There we go. And let's see what's out and about. Oh, no, that's still... that's still the land I don't want to be in. Okay, let's go further. If anyone knows of any good sea shanties, now is the time to use them. No, it's still savannah. God, it stretches on forever. How big is it? Okay, right. We'll avoid this. Oh, we're coming up to land. Okay, this is cute. Those are sunflowers that are on there. That's nice. And then we've got some birch. Are we back at spawn? Please tell me when. Oh god, I hope I've not just done a full 360. It looks very similar. And I think the sun's about to go down. Oh no, it's not. It's still quite high. Okay, we're good. We're good. Everyone calm down. No, I don't think we are. I really don't. Okay, we're just gonna... We'll hop out of the boat here. We'll bring it with us just in case we experience any more water. And then I think we'll go a little bit further on. Alright, let's see what's over here. Let's see what's over the hill. This is a cute little place. This is nice. There's some flowers. Seems pretty peaceful. There's some cows. Just pointing at stuff now, aren't I? And going, look! Okay, over the hills, over the hills, over the hills. Oh, there's a lava pool. Wonderful. I will be avoiding that. Ooh. Now that oh, there's some pumpkins. And I like this. This would do really well for sort of like the beginnings of a Hobbit hole, right? 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 I'm gonna stop doing that. Okay. Let's go over. Let's investigate. Let's have a look. Because if it is, I think here in the meadow is probably the best place to be, actually. I can grow kelp in this little river, and I can really start getting to, making myself a little place to live. This looks cute. Yeah, I'm not trying to make this as accurate as possible, but I do think that there has to be a little bit of accuracy to it. We're not going to be making a little hobbit den in the middle of a savannah or a desert or anything like that. We're going to leave those places for later when we want to start getting into like big builds, or as we try and expand into different parts of the lore or anything like that. This is just to begin with. And this is episode 0, so really I don't actually have any plans of making any giant builds just yet. But it's just to cement ourselves in, get ourselves going, get ourselves started with something small. Even if that means we can just, build out a little hutch inside this hillscape. Let's have a look. Let's see what's on the other side of it, actually, before we do anything. Oh, okay. I literally just jumped up and was like, oh, there's a village. Okay. Oh, that's kind of ruined what I wanted to do now. You see, you want something when you want it, and then you get it, and then it's like, no, I don't want it anymore. Alright, what's down here? The giant ravine. Another one. God, the place is just filled with ravines now. And then a lava pool. And then what have we got around the actual village itself? Why not? We might as well explore it whilst we're here. Go steal from some people's houses. Sorry, did I say steal? I meant borrow. Borrow. Okay, you're nobody. Oh, I had to steal another guy's orange bed as well because my pink one went missing. I'm gonna have to look back through this footage and see if I can find where I did with it, because I put it somewhere and now I can't find it. So either way, come on, sleep. Oh, hi. No, you have nothing I want. What's in all of here? Nope. There's gonna be nothing in this village, is there? Nothing worth me borrowing. Okay, I really like this. This is a really nice area. I think what we'll do is... Now here's the question mark, because originally I liked it from the opposite side, but I'm thinking now maybe do we build one from scratch, basically? Do we sort of shear off the dirt from around this area and then create ourselves a hobbit hole, which is probably going to either be somewhere down there where it sort of starts to build off into that foresty sort of meadowy bit there, or do we build it on the opposite lands and kind of have it a little bit more sort of spatial? Because we can terrain land into this section as well, and we can build it all up using this village as a jump off point. I think it may be a bit too much work to do that much terrain. I mean, this is just going to be a beginner's house, so really I just kind of wanted to feel like it's part of this without having to do all the additional work. But I do like the thought of being on a little island by myself. Let's check out this bit over here and see what this is all about. Yeah, it's a crack. I thought it was another ravine at first. I was like, just ravine central around Minecraft now, but no, it's just a crack in the earth itself. Okay, this is probably... I think that I came in from... I can't remember where I came in from. I came from I think, across that direction there. So, this section... Yeah. So if I'm wanting it to sort of blend in naturally, I think that this is too much land across this bit. And we would probably want to be building it somewhere where it's going to see over there, but it's not actually going to be part of it, because I don't really want to sort of intervene too much in there just yet, but I do kind of want to get the feeling for it. And this is a really cute sort of landscape as well. Like, I can see all of the trees in this section here. I have a little bit more of a greeny sort of glowy area to work with, which is going to be this. I'm thinking maybe I could cover up these sections just a little bit so that then everything's done. There's a skeleton guy. I was waiting to see if there was going to be a creeper. And I think we could probably start building in this section here, actually, and turn what is this part of the land into where we could go in, because this is going to be the nestled area. We'll see all of that, and then there's a village there. I like that idea. Okay, I think what we'll do, just to mark off that this is the plan, is just stick these here. There we go. And yeah, this basically cements what we're going to be doing. So I'm going to need to just terrain down this bit as here, open up this section across, and then I think start digging into this tunnel here. And again, we're not after making anything too... Oh, skeleton. We're not after making anything too difficult, as in I kind of want to work a little bit with the natural, basically the landscape, just to basically create my own sort of shape. Yeah, I don't really want to be building too high, and I don't really want to be getting too involved in it. Okay, yeah, we'll do that then. Right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to... Oh, there I am. Okay, I'm just going to sort of spend a little time gathering some dirt, gathering some wood, getting everything together, and just kind of hollowing out this section here, just so that then we can start building something up. It shouldn't take me too long, about an hour at best. I'm not going to take you through it, I promise you. This is just the absolute boring part that nobody enjoys doing, which is just gathering materials. And then once I've got it all, I'll bring you back in and we can start the fun stuff, which is the building. Okay, so I have done a little bit of clear up in this sort of area here, so you can see all the way down in this section now. I've just removed most of the trees, and I've just been kind of cleaning up the area, so getting rid of some sand, planting some dirt, as you can see from it growing right there. And I'm just going to try and sort of expand this area out naturally with time to go over to the actual village area here, just so we're connecting it all up into one sort of swift movement. Now, I've also been gathering quite a bit of materials because I want to start terraining this area as well. I've been beating out some of the grass. I've also been planting some trees over there as well, just to start growing things up. But I think that the reality of this is it has to start a little bit further down, so probably about here, to be honest with you. So we would build a path in, and then we would sort of bulk these sections up a little bit more with more dirt, bring it down just so it sort of enclaves this section. And then what we also need to do is kind of cover up these bits. Anything where you feel there is a little bit of a gap or something which is going to act, yeah, like this, like a sort of mid-ravine, is just going to be too distracting in some ways. There's two creepers down there. And you kind of want to cover this whole thing up, because the reality is you're wanting to create this sort of pathway which is going to snake wind from the entrance all the way around, all the way down here into the main fields, and then all the way over into the village. Again, this is just something that I've got from my own perspective, from something that I want to do. It's not that it's an essential, and I mean, really, you could just build a dirt house and just be done with it. But I think that this is the best way to kind of approach the Hobbit hole, because I do want it to kind of span all the way underground and be huge underneath here, because this is going to see us a little while until we start exploring far and wide, and we defeat the dragon and we get sugar boxes, and then we can really get into building some stuff. But I think until then, this is probably just going to be a bit of a home that we can start to work on regularly. You know, just doing little bits here, little bits there, and just building it as we go along. I think that's nice. So what we've done is we've kind of covered this entire ground bit up, and we've built this section up here. So we've kind of extended this section out, brought it round. I don't have enough dirt to do exactly the same with this one, but we're effectively going to, in a kind of natural sort of way, bring this whole thing round to this bit as well. Now, obviously, if you look down here, you can see just how much has to be done in order to bring it round a little bit more naturally. I'm going to have to spend some time just kind of steepening this curve a little bit more and just making it feel more realistic, and then bringing this round to match as well. But as it stands, it's actually okay. It works, it's all even to a degree, and it kind of gives you what you're looking for, which is that sort of setback feel. You know, if you take a look at anything where it has got anything like sort of a hobbit hole to it, it doesn't feel like it protrudes out. It feels like it's set back within. What this means now is that we have to create a path effectively, which is going to lead on. I've not done this bit neither, but again, that's fine. And what I'm wanting to do is to build a sort of pathway up to where the entrance is going to be. And I think that we're going to start it from, because a part of me wants to kind of bring all of this section around. Yeah, so I kind of want the middle section to be basically here. So I suppose what that means is, I can just hear the zombie groaning. What this means is I'm kind of going to want to sort of bring this whole bit inwards, I guess, and then kind of extend it out. Yeah, so I'm going to want to bring this section forward so that then we are reaching into this bit here. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah, so then I would be able to, if I want to, build up completely around these parts. Okay, right. Let me just get into this bit. I'll bring you back in once we've sort of got there, but you can see the kind of general gist that I'm going for. Okay, so ignoring, I think, the fact that this is relatively high on both sides here, this is probably as far back as I actually want to go. I would say, let me just have a quick look and see where we're going to. Yeah, so effectively where this section is probably where the front door is going to be. Now, what that means is I kind of have to shear down these side bits just to make everything a little bit more symmetrical. You see, obviously the front of the building, you're going to want it to be relatively smooth. So all of this that stems out from the sides is great, but it needs to stem out in a much wider platform. So you kind of need to go back a little bit further than what it currently is in order to get it there. Do you see what I mean? So if you were going to be taking away all of this, which you will need to do just to replace it with dirt, what you're going to want is for this entire section itself to then be encompassed from here all the way down to there in a gentle slope. So you could even take off this bit if you really want to. But then what you also are going to have to do is bring this front section into much more of a flatter sort of style. So you're kind of removing these corner bits here just so you can create that sort of archway. When you're building something that's a little bit more organic, it can take a little while just for you to kind of figure out the shape and style. See, a lot of builders, what they tend to do is do this on a creative server. It takes them a while, they get everything that they need to get, and then obviously once they've done it that way, they just not copy and paste it, but they kind of copy the design down from memory and just go from there. I'm trying to make this a little bit more organic in the sense that I am just kind of going off my limited knowledge of building, and also trying to just create this on the fly and just be sort of, just be cool about it. I've never been cool in my life, but I kind of just want to sort of show people that you can do some really good buildings without having to actually spend your entire life in a creative test world. Not that that's such a bad thing, but I just think that this way makes the game a little bit more fun, I suppose. A little bit more how, I guess, Mojang intended for it to be played. Okay, and so this is kind of where I'm at to at the moment in time. I've created effectively the sink-in feeling, the path which leads all the way up, and then I've kind of created this. Now this does need rounding off a little bit, and we will get to that, but I think for the time being, where we are now it's okay. This entire top section does need some stronger terraforming than what there currently is. It needs to stretch up and it needs to stretch round, and then of course you need to make sure that down here is a little bit more rounded as well. The whole point is to make things look and feel more round, more sort of centered, and more like they exist in this world for an actual reason, rather than it being just me carving out a hole in the wall and then sticking in a doorway. Now, having said that, what I want to do actually is create something of an actual stairway that leads into this. I'm not saying I want it to be, completely high up off the ground, but at the same time, I'm thinking that we go in for something that's a little bit more, let's say this, because I kind of want that sort of one-step feel. So the way I'm going to do it is I'm going to end up sinking this whole thing back, which I know seems a little bit strange, but it is basically just going to be a square. So it's going to be one in the middle, and then it's going to sit backwards effectively for everything to go in. And it is effectively going to be this. So as you can see, it's circular for the most part. And yes, it's a relatively boring wood style because it is literally just stripped oak, stairs, and then some trapdoors. But this is going to be completely changed up. And I also want to add some additional things which are just going to be here. And this is going to be windows in this section. And then again, I want another one over here, which is also going to be windows. So here and here. I should be doing that. And then here and here. So we're effectively going to have two sets of windows. We could probably do one a little bit lower than the other one, just to kind of make it look like the whole place is a little bit more offset. But as it currently stands, this is going to work out quite cute, actually, to be honest with you. We're going to extend up this top bit here. We're going to add some more wood paneling. We're going to add some decorations. This is going to look great. I think we're just going to spend a little bit of time just shaping this up, getting this all sorted, and getting this exactly where I want it to be. And you know what that means? I'm going to treat you to the very first time lapse that I've ever done for this channel. Now, this is not going to be a long time lapse. There's no need to click away. There's no need to, fight yourselves through the actual thing just to get to the point. Just sit back and relax, because it's probably going to be like a minute long, if that. Who knows? Let's see. Anyway, let's go. Okay, and we're back. And this is what we've made. Look, this is our little hobbit hole. We've got some nice little lush gardens, and we've got the wheat fields and the pumpkin fields. We've basically just created a little entrance, and then we've sort of stooped the roof and then created a wooden entrance side. I would like this to be a different colour, but what can you do about it? This is episode 0. So as we come in, we've got the crafting table in the middle, our furnaces, and then over to this side we have our bed, a little bit of secret storage here, and then over here we have some tables and some chairs, and then we've also got the rest of our storage as well. And then I've just started to label what everything is, just with some little item frames. I don't want to go too heavy on that though, because it's a single player world, so I'm not going to get that much lag. But yeah, I kind of want to avoid that as much as possible. So, there we go. Let's just come out here. Oh, it's going to be night soon. Okay, we'll sleep first and then we'll sort of explore a little bit. Okay, so it's now daytime again. Let's have a look around, shall we? So I've kind of created the wheat fields to spread all the way up here. We've also got some potatoes. Now, this farm is not hydrated because I don't have any iron yet, and I don't have access to get, a bucket or anything like that to sort of start adding water where I want to. This is probably the most basic sort of introduction that I could do. And again, the whole point of this is that our beginning of our adventure starts at 0. We start with nothing, and we create a nice little house just to sort of act as our base whilst we think of what else we want to do. Not that I really need to think much, because boy, I've got some plans. But yeah, this is a nice place for us to begin. I've just added some stairs. I have been putting all of this sugarcane all across the actual length and breadth, because we're going to need a lot of that for in the fullness of time. But at the moment, we've got our nice little humble beginnings, I think. And what we can do now is focus on where the story leads us, because, this is a journey. This is going to be, it's going to be a long time in this world, to be honest with you. I don't really plan on ever ending it. But who knows? You never know. Maybe we'll get bored of it. We'll think of doing something else. Who can say? But for the time being, I just kind of want to adventure in Middle-earth and create my own little Middle-earth story. Now, I'm not the best builder in the world, so there is probably some things in here that people will be like, oh, that's a bit of a weird choice, or that's a strange decision. But listen, we're growing. We're going to try and do it. Do I love the fact that I can see straight into there? No, of course I don't. But at the same time, this is what we could do. This is all we had. Now, in the next episode, we are going to be adventuring a little bit further ashore. We're going to be developing all of this land here, and we're going to be trying to sort of bridge across into this section over here. And we'll be getting some more materials. We're going to be getting things like spruce, dark oak. We might even be able to get some diamonds. You never know. But if you liked this, then please, please, please make sure that you leave a like or a comment. Let me know what your thoughts are on all of this. If you could do better, tell me. I really want to know. And make sure that you subscribe just before you go, because maybe the content's gonna keep on rolling. Anyway, until next time, I'll see you soon. Bye. Bye.